back in primary school, we had this spelling competition where we had to spell this word. So, supercalifragilisticexpialidocious. It was I actually don't know the reference too well, but it was basically this big thing back in like primary school, and everyone was like obsessed with like spelling this word. And so our teacher decided to make a spelling competition and see who could spell this word like after like a week of like introducing it. So the test was in a week, and you have to like be able to spell this word off by heart. So that was a competition, and the reason why this came about was because there were these two girls like absolutely obsessed about the word, and they were like just flexing how they can like pronounce this word and how they can like spell it, and basically like it just became this like very big thing. And so everyone looked to like these two girls like as like the experts of like spelling this word and what this like word meant. So anyways, it got to the day of the test. We did the test, and then the teacher revealed the result at the end, and everyone was expecting these two girls to like win, right? Because they were the ones who brought it up. They seemed so like fluent with everything, and so the teacher called out. So the teacher, well, actually said that there were two people that got it right, and so she read out the first name, and it was one of the girls. And then she was about to read the second name, and I thought, okay, it might be the other girl. And then she read out my name. So out of like just pure like not even like luck, but just it just caught me completely by surprise that I spelt it right. Because at the time I looked down upon myself like all the time. I thought I was like dumb. I didn't know how to like how to do English. Maybe I still don't, but it was because like this was one of my first years in Australia. So at that time, I just recently immigrated here, and my English wasn't that great. I wasn't that getting that high grades, and so I never thought I would be able to do something like even spell it like well, not a simple word, but spell a word like this, even if it's something straightforward as spelling. And so when she called my name out, I was genuinely surprised, and everyone else was genuinely surprised that I did it. But when I look back now, I realize that before I did the test, I spent like almost every day like practicing spelling this word like over and over again, spending hours and hours each day like trying to memorize how to spell this, the best way to like memorize how each like phrase fits together. And I just never like appreciated it at the time that I did all this preparation, and I just still felt like insecure, and I felt like I was just not enough at the time. And so the reason I want to share this story is not necessarily because like spelling is so important, but it's more like when we do put in the hard work, then the results like show. And it sounds like such a like obvious statement, but I never like appreciated that at the time because I was just like too insecure. And I still have that like feeling going forward, especially when I'm like pursuing like I guess bigger opportunities compared to like spelling, like for example applying for a job, or like helping like other creators grow like their social media, or like doing med school. Like when I'm faced with these bigger goals, I also feel like this like almost like a sense of imposter syndrome, that I'm just not good enough. I'm not good at what I'm doing, even if I've done like preparation beforehand. And I think that is like quite damaging because like over time, like I may think that I'm just not cut out for like this particular role, even though like a lot of it is in my head. And so I guess the message for you watching this right now is that whatever you have your mind like set on, as long as you put in like the preparation beforehand and you're smart about it, like don't let your own thoughts be your worst enemy, and actually give it your best and see what the results objectively say. Because I realized that for the majority of the time, it's your mind that is your worst enemy. It's not your competitors. It's not that guy that, gets good grades. It's not that guy who is with the girl you like. And so oftentimes your greatest enemy is just your own thoughts. And if you're able to just realize that and conquer that, then you'll achieve much greater things than just something as silly as spelling this word. So, hope you found that helpful.